A Saturday morning Army football practice as spring practice 2016 continues for the Black Knights. Rich DeMarco joined by the head coach of Army, and that's Jeff Monken. And Coach, how did it feel out there with this group a little over a week into this and the spring practices out here on the field?
It's hard to believe we're already a third of the way through, and we're making improvements steadily. We got a lot of guys that played on a scout team last year that are getting reps in there with the ones and twos for the first time. So kind of interesting to see them respond, but I think there's some guys doing some good things and certainly a lot more improvements we need to make.
What are the biggest things that have stuck out to you here in this first third of spring practice?
Well, besides the fact that it was 77 degrees last Friday and about 47 today.
You're generous there, I think.
Yeah, it just the fact that we got some guys in some key positions that have been in games, and it's nice to see some guys coming back that we felt like we've been able to count on the last couple of years. Andrew King and Jeremy Tim for the inside linebackers, having those guys in the secondary like Moss and England, who started all last year in there, Voigt and Jordan Smith. Now, there's some guys that have played some football for us, and that's positive to see. The quarterbacks that played last year. Ahmad played a lot of snaps, was hurt here and there. Chris played the last two ball games. Those guys are really slugging it out to see who might be the starter in the fall. We got guys like Joe Walker and Edgar Poe and Jordan Asbury, and there's some skill guys that have played in some games. And then on the offensive line, Houghton and we got Bryce Holland back off of injury, and this guy's been in games, and that's given us a little more confident to be able to push it a little bit in terms of the installation and just what we expect of them, what we ask of them.
Jeff, over the last couple of years, you've talked about, no secret, how important the fullback is in your offense. Some injuries back there. How is that competition looking for you thus far with the players you have healthy here this spring?
We've got some guys hurt at that position, and unfortunately, a couple of those have happened in the last 5 days, first 4 practices, and it's really left some guys that don't have a lot of experience there. We got Kemper, who's practicing back there and doing a good job. We moved Andy Davidson from linebacker. Paul Andrew Roden, who's coming off an injury from the opening game in the 2014 season. He hasn't played since. He's back in there getting reps, and it's some guys trying to figure out the position again. So that's not as greased up as we'd like for it to be. But hopefully, as we go through the spring, those guys that haven't played will get more comfortable and improve.
That was Army head coach Jeff Monken, now joined by Black Knights quarterback Chris Carter, who had a chance to start 2 games during his freshman season back in 2015. And Chris, for you started those final 2 games of the season. How does it feel to get back on the field here for spring practice after going through all those off-season workats?
It's just great to get back on the field, see what the team's capable of. Just working hard every day. The team's improving. That's all we could ask for.
Where was your personal focus after that Army-Navy game leading up to this past couple of weeks?
After the game, just had to focus on next season. No looking back. You just have to get prepared for the next game, which is Temple. So just working hard every day, like I said, and just ready to play the first game.
So you're all year waiting for your opportunity. You get at those final 2 games against Rutgers and Navy. These couple of months after the season, when you were able to look back maybe and have a little bit of time, what was your evaluation of those 2 games for yourself?
I've been waiting all year for my opportunity to play, and I'm glad I got the chance to play those final 2 games. But, looking back towards them, I just take a lot from those 2 games. Being able to play, allowing me to get those that game time experience, and just that's going to help. I think that will help me in my future, just so I can know the game speed and everything like that. But just working hard every day.
How's the competition been at quarterback out there competing? And I'm sure this entire backfield, a lot of young players, a lot of guys coming back. Good to see a lot of competition out there.
Yes, sir. The competition is great. We have competition for every spot. No spot is set. So we're going out here every day competing, executing just like Coach Monken said, just going every play like it's the last. So just competing every day.
Well, Chris, thanks for a couple of minutes. I will look forward to catching up with you later in the spring.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's Army quarterback Chris Carter joining us here on a Saturday morning practice here on House Field, just adjacent to Michie Stadium. Army Spring Practice 2016. For Night Vision, I'm Rich DeMarco.